alpha test begins.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have 6 runners at launch, but we're focusing on the core 4 here they're going to be in the alpha. So going left to right, we have Locust. Locust is our soldier kind of fantasy, our soldier kit, all about push forward gameplay, right? The first one in, trying to get as many picks as possible, right? Against either the UESC or other players.
I think I might be using
next
Glitch
Blackbird
for sure.
is very reconnaissance-based kit. All about like figuring out where players and enemies are in general and punishing poor positioning. Glitch is like our agile disruptor kind of kit, all about pushing forward, disrupting enemy teams and what they're doing and getting out and kind of having that kind of cycle. Void is our stealth boy, our sneaky boy, all about throwing down smokes, going a full active camo cloak into the darkness, getting some reses, and then taking some people by surprise. So yeah, this is our core 4 right now.
Glitch, bro.
A lot of different playstyles to choose from out of the gate. And even furthermore, Joe Cross, also, if anyone's not following Joe Cross on Twitter, do yourself a favor and do so. But you've been sharing some art with these runners pretty recently out there on Twitter with everyone. Before the show, we were talking a little bit, and I've heard this come up a lot, but you guys have been working off of this concept of graphic realism. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what that means for the design here?
Yeah, it's one of our ingredients that we've sort of conjured up to help us define the visual world. For these runners, the first thing we wanted to make sure was their visual fantasy reflected the gameplay fantasy well. And then we sort of our unique recipe of influences and inspirations for the reimagining of this world. And one of those sort of constraints we've created is this idea of graphic realism.
Graphic realism, kind of like
reduce the
Destiny.
amount of geometry. We limit our materials. We use a lot of graphic design and color. And we sort of use it as a tool to onboard artists who are working on the project. And then it
Game looks good, Budgie.
Have world-class concept.
I mess
team,
with it.
cranking this stuff out. And that's sort of the
Let me play the
origin of a lot
alpha.
of these designs.
Well, let me play the.
And, obviously, the world of Marathon has so much legacy to it as well. As a kid who grew up playing it, I know it well myself. But, what's it been like stepping into this world?
It's amazing. For art geeks out there, the sort of the father.
I'm gonna
of
love
Marathon
this
visual
game,
world
bro.
In a lot of ways, is this guy Craig Mullins, who you see art represented on
It's gonna
the
be
left.
like
Started
Destiny
out
when
as
it
a
first
fan,
came out again.
Then got incorporated into the IP officially by Bungie, and so his legacy looms super large. And we've always tried to, pay attention, pay homage, make sure we were doing justice. And you can see here in the center, this is kind of a proto-runner we developed early in the process to make sure that, our sort of approach to graphic realism and style lined up and sort of represented that. And then on the right here, sort of an evolution into one of our actual runners here, Blackbird, with a similar fantasy and composition. So I think it's working out well.
So Marathon has a
and I
whole
think we're,
completely
doing
different
something
art
new,
direction than the
But
original.
also sort of looking back.
It's like a 3-panel study on how to hold a spine, right? Is what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah.
Is it a spine?
I don't know. It could be.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, that said, if anyone out there in Twitch chat as well has any questions, go ahead and drop them in. We're going to try and answer as many as we can. We're going to be showing, again, a lot of stuff today. So if you've got anything that comes to mind, please feel free to throw it in there. Folks on the community team are going to be keeping an eye out. But, we've obviously got a chance to go ahead and dive a little deeper. We've done some